What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's Doug here with Life is Shirty, back with another video. I'm keeping up my once a week video. This is going to be kind of a short one. Last time I talked to you guys, the sales were booming and they were probably better than they had been in a while, and I was up to like $600-700 in the past week. It was great. Well, I'm back down to reality a little bit, back down around $350 for the past week, but still some good enough sales. I wanted to jump on here and show you a few things that I sold, and also I'm going to dip into my Etsy store and show you things I'm selling on my Etsy store. I've only sold 5 items in my Etsy store. I've had it open for about a month and a half. That's enough to keep it going for sure. It's a little bit cheaper to sell on Etsy than it is eBay, but it's certain things you can sell and certain things you can't on Etsy. So that's why I'm trying to kind of build a specific mold there on Etsy and do just vintage. And eventually I would like to do all vintage and just get rid of the regular clothes, but doing what I can at this point. And I've also grounded myself. I'm not thrifting anymore until I get a bunch of this shit listed. Excuse my French. But I have a lot of stuff. I probably have 50 items, and I'm just guessing 50 to 60 items that I need to list. And it's a lot more fun to buy than to sell. Well, okay, so there's buying, which is fun, and then there's selling, which is really fun. But all this in between, you're like, man, I got a list. It's tough. It can be tough. It can be challenging. Especially knowing that this is not my main source of income. It's easy for me to go over and sit on the couch and go through my DVR or play some online games with my friends. So, you got to stay focused, and it depends on what you want to do. So I'm grounding myself. No more thrifting. I went thrifting last Friday, and then I went Monday of this week. And just from those two little stops, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you 5 of my favorite pickups from those 2 stops. There's some really interesting stops. One of them was really unexpected. One of the picks that I did was really unexpected, and I'll show you that as well. But so moving right along, I'm just going to show you here. This is just more proof that vintage blank t-shirts do sell. This is different than the one I showed you last week. I showed you one very similar to this. But this is a Russell Athletic blank navy blue pocket tee. And these sell, and I'm coughing all of a sudden. So, oh, look at that. I made a mistake. The buyer, after he bought it, messaged me and said, hey, it says 2XL, but you got a large tag in there. I accidentally put like a tag from another shirt. Another Russell Athletic shirt, like on the listing for this one, but luckily it didn't mess it up too bad, because you can see the 2XL tag here in the main photo. He paid $19.99 and got free shipping. Like I said, you can always pick these up for $1 or $2. Learn your tags, learn your vintage blank tees, because these sell, and these are probably one of my better sellers, the blank vintage tees. Next, sticking with vintage, look at this beauty right here. This is a vintage. I couldn't find anything on this tag, but it was by Pluma, and I've seen Pluma tags all over the place, but I couldn't find this particular one. But Pluma was very popular in the 90s, so I felt comfortable by saying this was vintage 90s. The way the tag is, the way the material of the sweatshirt feels, I felt very comfortable saying this was 90s. And guys, the stuff with the wolves and the wolf pack stuff on the front of them, people make fun of them. There's a market for these, not just the crew necks, but the t-shirts. I always pick them up, especially if they're vintage. Even if they're not vintage, they'll sell for 10 to 15 bucks, and if you can grab them for $1, you might as well, right? So this sold for it was a very good sale. I got this for like $3, and it sold for $24.99 plus the $6.50 shipping, and went in a flat rate padded mailer. So that was an excellent sale there. Next, sticking with vintage again. Vintage blank again, blank crew neck. And normally I sell these for like $24.99. This one sold for $29.99. And why the extra $5, Doug, you ask? Well, let me show you. So vintage is good, like I said, but this tag dipped into the 80s a little bit. And if you look at the material that it's made out of, it's polyester, cotton, and rayon blend. So that is a vintage 80s tri-blend, so they call it. And tri-blend, when it comes to vintage, is probably your most popular blend. People love the 50-50, the poly cotton, but tri-blend is probably the most popular and the most sought out blend you can find. And it's usually polyester, cotton, and rayon. So that's why I kind of upped it up a little bit on this one. Not too much, but I thought I could get 30 bucks out of it, and I did. And it was only 14 ounces because it's small. It's a medium, I believe. And when you're talking 80s medium, this is going to fit a really petite man. It's small. That's all I can tell you. It's a small sweatshirt, and it weighed 14 ounces. Very soft. But again, that's an excellent sell. Look out for the vintage tags and look out for the tri-blends. Yeah, so awesome sell there. Next, I took some pictures outside last week. There's some shadows on this one. But I took this outside to take pictures of it because I have a white background in here. And I just wanted this to kind of stand out so you could see everything about it because it was a really cool shirt. I got this shirt for about $3. It is a Ralph Lauren polo. There you go, polo by Ralph Lauren. But it is a 2008 Olympic team sponsored shirt from the 2008. Was it Summer Olympics in Beijing? I believe Summer Olympic. Yeah, so Summer Olympics in Beijing. Had the USA embroidered emblem on the front. It's got some stuff here in Chinese. I don't know what it says, but you know, whatever. It's there. It looks cool, and it's got a Ralph Lauren patch on the side. Normally, regular Ralph Lauren polos sell anywhere from like 12 to 15 bucks. I don't even pick them anymore unless they fit me and I want to bring them home. The regular, the solid ones. But this one kind of stuck out, had some cool embroidery on it. I went ahead and picked it and sold it for $24.99 with free shipping. So good turnaround right there. Next, it is getting close to summertime, and if you're not looking through the swim shorts and trunks and board shorts, they call them, then I would start because swim trunks at thrift stores, I don't know why thrift store people and owners don't respect them, but they are dirt cheap. They're anywhere from $1 to $3 a pair. These afflictions were $3.99, I believe. So I grabbed them, and they were in great condition. The lighting kind of make them look a little faded in these two pictures, but they are in great condition. And I think I took some decent pictures of them. They're kind of flushed out, but you know, decent pictures. And they sold for full asking price at $34.99. Now I've also found vintage swim trunks. I've found Ralph Lauren swim trunks. They got some crazy designs on them. I've found Polo Sport swim trunks, Nautica swim trunks, Duckhead swim trunks, all vintage. I would look through the swim trunks and take a chance on a few pair of swim trunks because, you know, you go to a beach or a resort somewhere and you go into their gift shop and they got these swim trunks, and those are like no-name swim trunks for 25 and 30 bucks a piece. When, you know, you find a good name brand and you put them on eBay, people are looking to purchase these. The buyer actually messaged me and wanted me to assure him that these were in good position because he was going to somewhere in Puerto Rico to the beach and for vacation in a couple weeks. So I told him I thought he'd be very happy with them. And I think I already got positive feedback on them, so that's good there. So those are 5 items that I sold the past week on eBay. So not a lot of action going on eBay for me this past week, but I did stick around the $350, $360 sales for the past 7 days since the last time I talked to you guys, which is pretty much the norm for part-timer with the amount of items that I have in my store, which is around 500. But also in the past couple of weeks, I've made 5 sales on Etsy. So I'm going to dip into that and show you what I've sold on Etsy. And here is Etsy. And this is the very first sale I made, and it sold for $25 plus $3.99 shipping. I've since started doing free shipping with my Etsy. But as you can see, this is we're sticking with the wolf theme here. That you saw the crew neck, and Etsy only allows you 5 photos too. So that's why I really started these collages right here for the first picture. I even did it on eBay, but I'm only going to do it on Etsy now, maybe if it's needed. But anyway, this has a wolf howling at lightning. It looks like in the desert, like in Arizona or something. Very awesome scenery there. There's the back of it. There's a single shot. 1992 vintage. So just a really cool t-shirt. It was faded. I just copy and paste my description from eBay to here. It goes on eBay first, and then it goes here. So that's how I do that. So I just copy and paste the description, and so there it is. Very simple, to the point, no graphics, nothing crazy. Something to be able to come here and read this and not have to cipher through all this crap, right? So good sale there. That was my very first sale, and I was really happy to sell that for $25. Next, let's see here. Next, we have an Arkansas Razorbacks football t-shirt. Now, what's cool about this t-shirt is, if you look at it, it's got the hog, he's got his suitcase, he's got his stuff, he's moving, and this was the year, 1990, I believe. This was the year that Arkansas joined the Southeastern Conference, and for their school, for their sports, and I thought it was a really cool t-shirt, especially if you're an Arkansas fan. This is a t-shirt that notes a time in Arkansas, history. It's historical, and it's just it's got a damn hog wearing sunglasses, wearing a suit. So among the obvious, really good pick for Arkansas fans. This sold for $32 in free shipping, so I thought it was worth over $30, and it did go for that. So I'm really happy with that sale. Next, I found this shirt. It didn't really stick out to me, but I pay a lot of attention to tags when I'm out looking for vintage t-shirts. And here is your 1980s Hanes tag. And look how thin the material is. You see how it's woven? A lot of you can tell a lot of shirts are vintage just by that. Look real close to the material there and see how it's kind of woven, and you can kind of see through it a little bit. If you stretch it out, you can kind of see through it. I pay attention to the tags. When I saw this tag, I looked at it a little closer. It has 3 different types of bears on it. There's a polar bear, a grizzly bear, and I don't know who the other bear is, but and it was from 1981. And a lady by the name of Dan D. Tyler, she probably was the copyright for the photo on the shirt. I don't know the history behind her or anything, but I thought it was a very unique t-shirt, so I picked it, put it in my Etsy store. It was also, no, it never made it to eBay. This was strictly Etsy, and it sold for $20 plus $3.99 shipping. So a really good sell there. Just on a random t-shirt. I grabbed it just because it was vintage. I didn't think it would sell as quick as it did, and it did. So took a chance and it paid off. Next is Chicago Bulls. I had this in my last in one of my last haul videos. Right, I put this on eBay and I put it on Etsy. Well, it sold about 3 days after I put it on Etsy. It was a Chicago Bulls t-shirt, and this might not even be considered true vintage because their second three-peat, if you're a sports fan, it came in 1998. So that kind of misses that 20-year vintage timeline. It's right around 19 years, but I said it was vintage, and I said vintage 90s. Well, I just said vintage. I didn't say anything. I said vintage Chicago Bulls. There you go. Double three-peat championship t-shirt, and it's got Michael Jordan, it's got Dennis Rodman, it's got Scottie Pippen on it. So I thought this was an awesome t-shirt, and it sold for $24.99 plus $3.99 shipping. So awesome sell there for Etsy. And for you people wondering, I think there's a 4% final value charge, final sell value charge for Etsy. In addition to 20 cents per listing. Now 20 cents per listing does sound high compared to eBay, since they give you all the free listings, but that 20 cents for one listing is good for 90 days. And after 90 days, you can set it to automatically renew, and it'll charge you 20 cents again after 90 days. So they do it a little different, but I still think it comes out being a little bit cheaper than selling on eBay. And I made one more sale. I'm not going to get into that one. It's, not as exciting as the other ones. But those are just a few. I mean, I did sell this hockey shirt for $20 plus $3.99 shipping. It was vintage from the mid-90s. So, I mean, those are my sales for this past week. Well, the Etsy kind of goes into the past couple of weeks. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying Etsy so far. I've only got about 65 items in my Etsy store, and I'm hoping to bump that up to 100 in the next month or so. Well, I promised you guys here at the end of this video I was going to show you 5 pickups that I grabbed. I went thrifting Friday, and then I went thrifting Monday. But also Saturday, I went out looking for clothes for myself, not to any thrift stores, and I ended up finding something I can flip, and I'll show you that in the very last item. But first of all, I got some non-clothing items. I'm going to count these as one item. So I found these 2 bobbleheads. Bobble. See, they bobble. This one bobbles a little more. This guy, not so much. So here's a baseball player. No, he's a coach. He is a baseball coach for the Long Island Ducks, which is the AA or AAA affiliate of the New York Mets. I believe. I thought this was Oregon Ducks when I first saw it, but when I looked it up, I was wrong. His name's Buddy Harrelson. I looked him up. He's going to be able to sell. Look, I think the price is still on the bottom, $1.98. He's going to be able to sell for about $24.99 with free shipping. So if you're seeing bobbleheads out there, grab bobbleheads if they're reasonably priced, because they're about $1 or $2 when I find them. I've honestly never sold a bobblehead, because every bobblehead I found I wanted to keep. But I got 2 here that I'm going to sell now. Bobbleheads are very collectible, very popular. And which brings me to this guy. This guy's name is Shigeaki Eso. Shigeaki Eso. You see that? And it says Wilson on it. I had no idea who this man in some Dockers khakis and a Wilson polo shirt was with a glove on, looking all happy. Looked him up. He is the lead and head designer for baseball gloves for Wilson products. And there's only one on the eBay right now, and the person is trying to sell him for $85. $85. So I don't know if he'll sell that much. There's no solds. I did a little bit more research on him, and somebody sold one on OfferUp for about $25. But that's OfferUp. OfferUp is like, I'm just ready to get rid of some crap type thing. I don't do OfferUp. But nonetheless, it seems to be somewhat rare bobblehead, and I should get, hold on, what did I pay for this one? I think I took the sticker off, but I think it was $1.98 as well. So I thought it was a no-brainer to pick it up. So pick up bobbleheads. Anyway, I'll let you know when they sell. So on to a couple of clothing items now. These are both vintage clothing items, and oh man, I should have button these up. Let me do this real quick. Not all the way, but I'll just do the top button Look at me, I wasn't ready. I apologize. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay, so this shirt, let's see. It doesn't look like much, right? And I want to get into vintage casual clothing a little bit more, so I've been studying a little more. This shirt is just a plain short sleeve button-up shirt, as you can see, right? It was $3.98, but let's look at the tag. The tag, I'll tell you what it is first and show it to you. The tag is a JCPenney Big Mac shirt. Can you see that? That's the tag, JCPenney Big Mac. And now upon looking through vintage, I'll get on my phone sometimes and I'll look just through vintage sold items as I'm going to sleep. I'll scroll vintage sold items, and I'll try to like embed these brands in my head, and Big Mac definitely sticks out. So I saw this, I said I think I'm pretty familiar with this, and you see the back here. It's just plain like a olive army green, type of color. And I looked it up right there in the store, and they're selling anywhere from $15.99, $15, and I saw a couple sell for over $30, close to $35. It's from the 60s or 70s. I think this might be from the 60s. Just kind of looking up tags. The little bit of research that I have, when I list it, that's when I'll do my serious research. I've just kind of grabbed my phone and kind of looked through a couple times, and this is 60s or 70s. And you know me, I always say price high, so when this goes up, it's going to go up for $34.99 probably. And I'm going to see what happens. $34.99, free shipping. And like I said, go high, you always go low later. Here's the next shirt. I'm going to button the top button on this one too. You know, I meant to do that before I started the video and just forgot. So this shirt, let me show you. I actually haven't looked this one up at all. Not at all yet. I looked at the tag and I knew it was old. And the colors and the artwork on this thing is just crazy. So it's a Van Cort or Van Cart. It's VANCORT. I think that's an O. Van Cort polyester. It looks like a Hawaiian shirt. Let me show you the tag. So the tag is old. There you go. I don't know if this is 70s or 80s, but let's see here. See if you can see this. It's a short sleeve. It's 100% polyester. And when they did polyester in the 70s and 80s, it feels a lot different than polyester does now. It's really, really, really soft, but not real stretchy. It is a little bit, but it's mainly just kind of like solid material that's kind of soft and really, really lightweight. So I think this shirt is just crazy, crazy colors. It's vintage. And I looked at the tag, and it was $3.98, but this color tag was 25% off. No brainer. I picked it up, and we'll see how it goes. I have not done any research on this one yet, so I'm hoping for at least $25. Maybe it's a rare instance where I'll look it up, and these things are going for $40 or $50. Who knows? But I'm hoping for at least $25 because that's just a really cool shirt. Next, I got an item that I got this last Friday. By the way, this is another one of my favorite picks over the past couple weeks. I kept this one. Polo Ralph Lauren shirt that would usually go for about $35 to $40 on eBay. I found this in a bin where the Goodwill outlet bins, where it's like $1.75 per pound for clothes. But then the following Friday, I found this hat. There you go. Ralph Lauren Polo Sport at the American flag on it there. It is a strap back with a buckle. It fits kind of weird. It's not deep enough for my head, or I might have thought about keeping it. so it looks really weird on my head. So I'm going to sell this. But this particular hat, and let me show you the tag. So there's Polo Sport hats, and then there's, clothes. The Polo Sport with the big font like that, these are your 90s Polo Sport items. And this particular hat is probably going to get me anywhere between $40 and $60. But like I say, I always price high first, so it'll probably go on for $59.99 first. I will have to disclose that it's kind of shallow and doesn't fit a normal, but I got kind of a big head. I don't know. My head's kind of big. So maybe it's just my big watermelon head. But I'm going to have to disclose it may fit kind of a more petite head. But I had somebody on Instagram, I did post this on Instagram when I found it, and I had somebody on Instagram message me, and they wanted to buy it. And I think I offered it on Instagram for $45. I will do that. I'll offer it lower if people do it on Instagram, because when I send them an invoice through PayPal, there's only a PayPal transaction fee. There's no other fees involved, so, whatever. I don't mind helping people out if they do that. But the guy wanted to buy the hat, but he is in New Zealand, and he did not want to pay the shipping for New Zealand. I told him I cannot do free shipping to New Zealand because it was going to cost about $23, $24. So, very cool pickup for $5. I picked this up, and I'm going to get hopefully $60 out of that. Anywhere between the $45 to $60 range. So, lastly, I'm going to show you. I went to Ross Dress for Less, and you guys have probably heard of Ross Dress for Less. They have a really good sneaker selection. So I went to actually buy some shoes for myself. I wanted to find some new tennis shoes, but I also wanted some new kind of nicer shoes to go with my pants and to wear to work. And I did find some Clarks for me. I found some Tommy Hilfiger boat shoes that are really nice. The Clarks are really nice. I'm actually wearing them now. But as I was leaving, I went to look in the smaller shoe size section, and I found these. These are Nike SB Dunk Low Pros, but these are special. These are a limited edition. These, you see the graffiti all around, and I'll show you the other side. On the bottom, these are special edition. These are the De La Soul edition Nike SB Dunk Lows. So these were $45, and I know they sell for over $100 on eBay. When I looked it up, there was an auction that ended for $102 plus $15 shipping, and it ended just that day. So I know they're hot, and I know that they're in demand and they're popular. So I went ahead and grabbed these. I took a chance. I usually don't pay as much money as I did for things. I paid $45, and I have these listed on eBay right now for $110 and free shipping. And I'm going to give that about 30 days, and if that doesn't sell, then I'm going to probably do an auction and see if I can at least double my money. Not just because they went for $102 on that auction doesn't mean they'll go for $102 on mine. It could go for less. It could go for more if I'm lucky. But I want to at least double my money with it. So I'm taking a chance, spending a little bit more money, and taking a chance. So, I thought they were a cool find. And actually, I got to give a shout out to the Urban Diggers. Actually, if you have been to their channel, I actually saw him pick these one time, and I knew about them, but I saw him pick these at a Ross, and then there I was at my Ross shopping for myself, and I saw these, so I picked them. So what a coincidence, right? Very lucky, very cool. Hope I get a good sale out of those, and I'll let you know when I do. Well, that's the video for today. I appreciate you tuning in. To my return subscribers, thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom. If you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go check out my other sales video, my haul videos. I am a part-time seller, so I do this on the side for my regular job. I work 8:30 to 5 every day. So this is a part-time gig, and I really enjoy it and have a passion for it. And I enjoy doing these videos too and talking to people that reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So all my social media will be down below. Life is Shirty, Vintage Tea Time, TEETIME. Follow me on Instagram. I'm like more active on Instagram than anything else. So you guys can go follow me there and reach out to me, comment on things, and message me, and we can discuss vintage if you want to. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Take care.